Moving on to Chapter 8. How many chapters will I record today? I don't know. This begins with another explanation, which isn't translated this time, unlike every previous explanation. And I can only assume the reason for that is because this exposition dump is so similar to the previous chapter's one that they didn't feel the need to translate it. It looks the same. All they really did was update the pictures. So I'm going to assume no new information is being presented in here. Island Center and Blue, Chapter 8, The Sage's Letter. Well, why not have a peach while you wait? Moon rabbits, look at them. Reading the book. He's lazing around. Hope you enjoy moon rabbits, because this is the most you get out of them until like Touhou 15. They're all wearing this outfit, which established earlier since Raisin already had this outfit before. I can call her Raisin now because that's her name. Since Raisin already owned this, just owned that before being taken in by the Otatskis, despite being a mochi pounding rabbit, means either the mochi pounding rabbits have the same uniform as the military rabbits, or the mochi pounding rabbits are considered part of the military, and all the military wear this exact same outfit. Why is this their outfit? I don't know. I can think of no reason why a military would have an outfit, have a uniform consisting of oversized shirts and very short skirts. It seems very much a post added, well, this is what Raisin wears, so I'll have all the other moon rabbits wear it, even though having a military wear this doesn't really make sense. And then in 15, the moon rabbits introduced there don't wear the outfit anyway, so yeah, who knows what's going on with moon rabbit outfits. They also wear these really stupid hats. And their guns are like World War I era bayonets for some reason, but they like shoot lasers and shit.
So before, when I went to the Earth, really? So, you know. Huh?
Cat is playing in litter box. Hopefully that's not too loud.
Right, we gotta pretend we're working or something. Yeah.
You know, assume those are real blades on the end of those things. I hope you don't accidentally, like, stab each other, because you seem incompetent enough to do that. Forest of Peaches.
Were you all training like you should be? Yeah. Oh well, we're in a state of emergency now. Look at her.
She's never held a gun in her life. Their fucking uniform has thigh-high stockings.
I'm sure that it'll affect you most of all, so I brought a new friend. For certain reasons, we've had to take her in for protection, so I don't want you talking too much about her. Okay, I want you to start training with that rabbit. But... It's okay. This girl will take over Raisin's job. Look at her hand. Even you all can't spend too much time thinking about the past. You think it's like being the only rabbit in the lunar core that has to wear glasses? It's your job to train in preparation for the enemy, who will soon come here from the Earth.
Right, so why are her ears droopy? Like, yeah, they make a whole scene out of this. Why are her ears droopy? If every other moon rabbit's ears look like that. Like, and that's what the Earth rabbit's ears look like, so why are hers different? Ringo's are like that too, aren't they? I think. I don't know. You can't just show me a difference like this and not explain why it's like this at all. What is Racin's deal? There's a story to behold here, but we don't focus on it because Racin doesn't have much plot relevance after this, and we instead focus on the other two. Alright, quiet down now. Well, now that you're excited about your new comrade, please, get back to training.
Yeah.
The sea of tranquility. Home of a really annoying stage 6 and a really annoying stage 5. The closest ocean to the Earth, directly opposite from the lunar capital. The capital is at a place called the dark side of the moon. That's not how that works. But it's really a question of being inside or outside the capital's barrier. Alright, so we learned this in an episode of Phineas and Ferb, where Doofenshmirtz, he tried to use whatever the fuckinator to move the moon from the dark side to the light side. He successfully did that. He rotated the moon, but it was still the light side because the dark side of the moon is in fact just the side of the moon that the sun is not currently shining on, and the moon's constantly rotating. But this is Touhou, which means because people believe there's a dark side of the moon, there is. Because that's the great thing about this series, is you can just say that things people believed exist when you want to. Inside the barrier, that is, on the dark side of the moon, is a pure ocean and a resplendent city. Outside, or on the near side, is a desolate, lifeless world made of cheese. In the Sea of Tranquility on the near side lay ruined machines and human flags. Here sleep the remnants of impure human dreams. Sister. So, you've come to the Sea of Tranquility again? Yeah? I can't tell which one that is. For some reason, if all goes as Miss Yagakoro said, the invaders from the Earth shouldn't be here for a while. For some reason, this ocean brings back so many memories. It's probably your Watatsuki blood speaking to you. But I forget so many things because I'm thousands of years old. That's what happens. The brain can only remember so much. This isn't the time to be indulgent in such sentiments. I have heard the rumors that someone's trying to invade the capital. Of course, I'm sure many people there don't trust me, but I think you two will believe what I have to say. Reuse panel. I want to give you information to protect the capital. Don't worry, if you do as I tell you, you'll be able to stop any enemy. This is not. It's not that. It's not this. All these uncertain rumors flying around, the only thing we can believe is Miss Yagakoro's letter. I recognize the handwriting, so I know it's definitely not a forgery. That's why we have the rabbits trained to prepare for battle. Not many left who took part in the last war, so we've had to train them even harder. Aren't many left to... I assume you're referring to the lunar rabbits, so if there are some left at all, that means this lifespan of a lunar rabbit is over 1,000 years? But not much past that, since most of them are gone? Unless they didn't die from old age and they're just dead from other things, and that's why there's so many left. And also if it's old age, like you saying that, any of the ones left wouldn't be very useful. They better not slack off.
But sister, you...
Hey, I know. I can link the sea and mountains, and you can summon spirits. Misia Koro must have anticipated these powers, so instead of making us cooperate, she's making us act independently. I threw a rock.
That you did.
Yeah, I threw a rock because of going into that portal.
How did you know that would happen?
Don't worry about it. Like a stone, just like that stone fell to earth, some creatures from the stars reflected in the water. Like, say, a bird might pop up. You might be busy with training the rabbits, but me, unless you do something, or someone shows up from Earth soon, I got nothing to do.
Creatures from Earth rarely come here, but... You know, you really should get serious and train together with the rabbits, in case a crow or something does sneak into the capital.
Well, I've had a few too many peaches lately. Hmm? Transition. Once the vice vibration reaches a certain level, you'll need to go to the second level and switch to the lordship of the middle shell. Come on, I can't remember all this. Well, then I'll write it down. Only that much? Just tell me what I need to do when it's time and it'll be okay. But I'm not coming. Why not?
She's worried about its safety.
There are things I need to stay here and do. If this voyage is going to be a success, I can only work on the magic to lead you to the moon from outside of the rocket. Why not leave that to the Tengu? It's their speciality. Even in the outside world, rockets need navigators that stay behind, according to the books.
Sounds like a job for the girl with the short straw.
You seem like you'd have bad luck at games. My fortune from the shrine was time will tell this year. So I think soon my luck will turn for the better. Did we have any fortunes like that? I've never seen any other than really good or bad.
I was so bored, so I stuck a few in, you know, like horrible or time will tell.
Whoops. She's small. Oh, in any case, I've collected the procedures in a book, but you have to do it exactly right, so please listen.
I don't think Rainbow can read grimoires.
I don't read things like that. Can't read ancient magician languages. Or French. I'm not French, I'm pretty... I guess I could leave notes in the margin. Wasaki to read. That's... right. See, it goes over here. The text box, it's like combining with Sakuya's clothes. It's like cutting her neck here to let you know it's Patchouli talking. Racing. The other one. There's no way a rocket could make it to, there's no way this rocket could make it to the moon. It's almost perfect. Huh? Who could have told them? With the protection of the Sumiyoshi gods, they'd definitely be able to make it to the moon. As long as something major doesn't happen. Though, maybe we should do something about it? Yes. I rather think we ought to. Did they just let you inside? There. Now they should be able to make it, no matter what. That bit of cloth will lead them to the moon. How? I don't know, maybe they'll explain it. Or maybe they won't. Well, we'd better get going before the librarian returns or night begins. So you did just break into their house. A charm for victory in the flight. This is proof that Quackama doesn't exist. Because she wasn't there to interrupt them in the library. Alright, there we go. This will be the part of a new video, right? Yep. So, continue on to the next chapter. Moving on to chapter 9. This art is adorable. Great. Chapter 9, Sumiyoshi in Blue. Children love to play outside, even when it's very cold. Wait, children? The one thing I've learned from this manga is that Patchouli, he's apparently about as short as Romelia is. Little gremlin she is. Those really are words. You don't have to look them up.
Here you go. Bellatrix. Tibet.
What are you talking about?
Well, don't you think these rockets need pet names?
Pet names?
Well, we'll be living in them for a long time. It would be a shame if they were just important tools.
Huh. No, I was afraid you were starting to lose something very important.
Doing the hand pose.
Twirl.
Simple, day-to-day things will start getting more important now.
It starts snowing and it's getting cold. Is that a fire? A hot stew? Taking the big sip. I just bumped the desk. Whoops. We're given explanations on the side now. Reimu Hakure, Hakure Shrine Maiden, main character, studying to summon the Sumiyoshi gods. Marisa Kurasame, Reimu's magician friend, wants to stow away on the rocket. Yuko Saigyoji, Ghost, Yukari's old friend, seems uninterested in the moon plan, but Yomu Kanpaku, half ghost, half human, Saigyoji's gardener, gave Reimu and co a vital clue. Thank you for all these explanations that I would need if I started reading in the middle for some reason. It looks like autumn's over, which I guess, considering I think this was posted in like a magazine or something, so I guess there's a decent chance that someone will just start reading it in the middle because they happen to pick up that magazine. Glad I won't have to rake any more leaves. Hey, ain't it about time for the party? Cat. It's unusual to be invited to Scarlet Devil Mansion for normal reasons. He's got a hat. Look at that hat. Never seen her in that hat. You ever seen her in that hat? You know, they seem pretty happy about the rocket being finished, don't you think? It's probably because they are usually so bored. When you live that ridiculously long, it's hard to find new things to keep you occupied, right? They're excited to have finished their beloved rocket. Just like the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. I like that movie. Yomo, we should watch that tonight. I think it'd be good. Amelia Scarlet. This fucking picture of her. A curious, energetic vampire wants to get to the moon before Yukari. Sagia Izaioi, a maid in Ermilia's employ, told Patchouli the secret to the rocket's fuel. Patchouli knowledge, she's also really trying to be scary. Ermilia's friend constructed the now-finished rocket. Aaron Yakugoro, a sage who fled the moon, lives a quiet, hidden life. Look at these clothes. I never see anyone drop them in for some reason. Big old boots. Snow boots. Scarf. The thing has got a little bow on it. What are you wearing here? Got buttons. You're not wearing your hat! You're wearing a little thing without your hat, which is something I thought you only did in 10 Desires ending. In the ending, yes. It's nice to be busy every day, of course. But if all we do is trivial things, what's the difference between that and a running cadaver or a moving corpse? Yuyuko, you can't talk about moving corpses. Those haven't been introduced yet. I don't want to hear that from a moving corpse like you. Well, it sure is unusual to see you two out together. It's almost time for the party commemorating the rocket's completion. So you came to pick us up. That is unusual. Well, I thought we might have a bit of a party of our own at the shrine first. There's no time for that. Oh, man. Looking at Yomo. Their ghost blush. It can do that. It's a party. Mailing's here. This is probably her only appearance. She's looking like that. I recognize who be here. Let's say that is a raisin. That is a Suika. It's a fairy. It's also a fairy. That's a Chirno. Why is Suika between Aaron and Raisin? I don't know. Is that Mistia? Is that Aya? It looks like a Prism River. It's Romeo. Wow, she really invited a lot of people. Can't tell who fairy that is. The text box has killed her head. Someone's legs. Romeo. Journal. 4 characters. Yomo. Alice is here. Romelia is really small in the back. It's Kane. The goofy hat. Who actually dressed up for the occasion? It seems like most people here are just wearing what they always wear. Kane and Alice seem to be doing. I never would have imagined the day would actually come when that vampire was ready to go to the moon. Really, such a troublesome moving corpse. Something wrong?
No.
Does she also have like little ghosts that just follow around everywhere? Because I thought that was Yomu's half for a second there. No, she just has like these tiny little ghosts following her head everywhere. 2 of them. The ghost can definitely sweat. Wait, but the only reason they finished the rocket is because Yomu gave us the hint about the gods of voyage, right? I'm pretty sure you would have had to tell her about that. She probably wouldn't figure it out herself. No, not at all. Why would I have had to do something like that? You patronizing my Yomu, saying she couldn't come up with her own ideas? How dare you? Intimidating Zakuya. I was beginning to wonder if you'd show up. I was afraid that you all might just decide to have a party at the shrine. Well, if I had to choose between a poor shrine and a party with food, you know? Well, nothing I can say to that. Hat, Reimu. It's a very rare sight. Enjoy it. Anyway, please come in. It's almost time to start. Look at our chandelier. So fancy. Don't walk under it though, it'll fall on you. Cause you know, this mansion used to be a Castlevania stage. Still has those gimmicks. Never quite managed to fix them. Cameo fucking city. Oh boy. Alright, who's here? Biggest question would be who's not here. Okay, he's wearing me, he's wearing your outfit. This is the outfit that is the alternate costume and puppet dance performance. Okay. So Natori. Suako Kanako. That's Marissa, that's Yuyuko, that's Yomu. Is this supposed to be Reimu? Because Reimu's wearing a hat right now. No, she took the hat off. Never mind. Okay, hat Reimu is gone. It will never come back. Aaron is talking to Suika. I can only imagine what conversation that would be. Sakuya's Akyu here talking to a maid that I assume is a fairy maid, but she doesn't have wings. It confuses me. Alice and Medicine, they're here. Talking about dolls or something. Medicine is a lot closer to Alice's height than I'd assume she'd be. Hina, she's alone. She walks alone. She walks alone. Prism Rivers. Tui Tui Tay Tay. Ricin in the corner. Moko. Who's over here? I can't tell. The bottom half of 3 people. Sanai and Shizuo. Komachi and Eiki. Chen and Ron. A giant circle wheel of tails. Mistia and a fairy. Fairy wearing a hat. The 3 fairies are here. So none of the other fairies are these 3. Rumiya and Wriggle. So where's Minoriko? Don't know. So, with this rocket, we'll be able to sneak to the moon. I just can't get used to standing around and drinking. Maybe I should have brought a cushion. It'd be weird for you to sit on a cushion like that here. Well, no need to worry about what the others here think. They got a little American flag because they're going to the moon. I suppose you're right. There. Thanks. What's wrong? Is the gravity over there unusually strong? On the Earth. So, you all came too? You're 6 times as heavy as you are on the moon. Oh yeah, we're going back to your home, aren't we? Want any souvenirs? So yeah, I just pointed this out. This will never be brought up ever again. Well, a dash of ilmenite would be nice, but my home is here on the earth.
And with that, I'd like to take suggestions for names for the rocket.
Did she say she's asking for names for a rocket? Hey, let's give it funny names with words they wouldn't know. I don't want to write in something like that. Names? It's like it's some sort of pet. Pet names? Even though it'll be a vessel for the Sumiyoshi gods? She's wearing earrings. If you give it an unsuitable name, it might not make it to the moon. But she's still... Huh? How do you know about the 3 Sumiyoshi gods? Hmm? Oh, well, you know. Ah, good old Erin. She's able to do basically anything you want, and then you can still have her fuck up exactly when you need to. But send Zun some beer for inspiration. This is the second time you said that. Blame the alcohol. A sober Erin would never make such a careless mistake. It looks like you all weren't paying any attention, but the vampire was going into great detail earlier about your plan to get to the moon. It'd be bad if we couldn't make it all the way, huh? That vampire probably doesn't like a Japanese-sounding name like Sumiyoshi. If you really want to get to the moon, I wonder if you'd want my suggestion for a name. If you've really got a good name, then why not suggest it yourself? Whatever, I'll do it. Tell me. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Hey! 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 Jump, jump, jump around.
Okay, you over there, the magician.
Short. I want a panel of Marissa next to these two. Because these two are apparently the same height now, and they're really short, so I want to know if Marissa's about that height too. How is that hat staying on your head? It's practically vertical.
Happy. Okay, the names for the rocket stages are, from the top, Mintaka, Alnatak, and Alaram. This is added.
Clap. She's clapping. Ooh.
Lady Yuyuko, why did we leave halfway through the party?
Why? Well, there was a spy there, right?
You mean a Lunarian?
I've literally never seen anyone draw her in this outfit. Or Yomo, for that matter. It's a cute outfit. Where's bow? It's a bow. It's a bow on top of her headband, and the bow has a bow on top of it. Even if someone did disrupt the vampire's lunar infiltration plan, what does that have to do with us? Besides, weren't we trying to put a stop to the vampire's plans in the first place? That crafty new Lunarian trying to stop the vampire's plans? I only said that the Lunarian was a spy. You really shouldn't say such absurd things, Yomu. She stands stiff, with arms onto the side.
But I don't know anything about this affair, but Can't you explain what's going on a bit?
Yukari's lunar expedition has only just begun. If you can't fool your friends, you can't fool your enemies. Well? Shock. Now let's go home and continue the party, shall we? Come on my house? What? There you go. Another chapter done.